Hi guys, and welcome back to my weekly vlog. I want to sort of keep on track with getting back into the swing of the gym, getting back to eating better, and also getting back into sort of getting in shape to a certain extent, which I will be happy with. So it's been exactly a week today since I last posted. And in this video, I will post just a little workout of a chest and shoulders session I did just to get back into it all. But the main thing I want to talk about and what I've been doing this week has been my focus has been on the change of habits. So all I want to do is talk about sort of getting habits back in the right sort of order. So the one thing I've been only focusing on this week is training, and it's not been to eat clean. I've eaten okay. I've eaten very bad as well, a few very bad meals. I've actually been away on the weekend. If you follow my Instagram, you've seen I managed to sort of catch up with some family that I was able to do, all socially distanced and sort of outdoors a lot. So that was really good, but it stopped me from being able to sort of stay on a sort of really healthy track for sort of good eating. I did eat lots of fish and chips, ate a lot of curry and things like that, so it was really good. But one thing I did is I managed to train in the last 7 days. I've definitely trained 5 or 6, and it's just getting myself back into that gym. And even if I think to myself, right, it won't be the biggest, best session, but as long as I get in there and do a bit of back, a bit of biceps, bit of chest, bit of triceps, anything, it's definitely better than nothing. And it's making me it's getting my body used to it again. And that is the biggest sort of part of actually obviously seeing changes and improvements. If you can make those habits just start to sort of be the thing that is an automatic thing every day, then that's where you're going to obviously achieve how you want to look. So I will show you a little video of a session that I did, but also I want to talk about a little bit about what I've been doing in order to sort of get myself more motivated and stay on track, and things that have really helped me. And it's been I watch a few YouTube videos around sort of very inspirational people, and one I want to mention in particular this week is this guy called Jim Kwik. His surname is spelled Kwik, and he is absolutely amazing in the sense that what he does, he talks a lot about your mind and sort of focus, how you can learn faster and learn more. And the reason why I'm talking about this is because now I'm doing this video off just a phone. I'm not using no fancy cameras, as you probably can tell from the quality of the video. I'm doing just using a simple stand, and I actually want to sort of show you this. It's literally a really handy little stand that you can place anywhere. So when I'm doing videos on my own, it's really good. I've got like a little click button switch, so if I'm going to be filming videos on my own from the gym, I'll be able to set it up how I want. I could click a button, it starts recording, and then I obviously click it off, and then I can go and check out the video. But I think it's a really good thing. But for example, it's easy, and it's a thing of starting something, just starting it, and then learning and progressing along the way. And he talks a lot about how to stay motivated, what will actually help you sort of keep on track, and how to use your mind better and actually learn faster. And sort of, it's really quite amazing, and I've been telling my fiance a lot about it over the last week. So I'm going to put the link below down to his book that you can actually buy. I've been listening to it on the Audible sort of side of things, but I actually am going to, once I finish listening to it, I'm actually going to read it as well, because it sort of, he explains how it sort of reaches a different part of your brain in order to read something. So reading is a big thing that I've been doing a lot more this year, so this has been really good, and I wish I would have actually found his book earlier on in the year. So that's just something that I will obviously talk more about in the few coming weeks, but I will put a link to his book in the description below, so you know exactly which one I'm actually on about. It's called Limitless, the book itself. It's absolutely, so far of what I've listened to a good couple of hours of it, and it's absolutely amazing. It's a 12-hour Audible, so with the journey that I had recently, I was able to sort of listen to a couple of hours of it on a drive. So I'll be sitting down and just listening to that as well over the next couple of sort of days, over to the next week or two even. So that's just something I want to really push in order for people to learn faster, and also it'll sort of put you more on the same page as me. I think really good things that I find that obviously motivate me, I want to share on here. So it's going to be more sort of, you can then follow other things that I watch and follow, and it'll speed up the process of you getting where you need to go. So the biggest thing I want to sort of push today is just the habits. So let's get these habits going. So every day, sort of think to yourselves, well, at the beginning of every week, what days you can go to the gym and stick to them. I was away on the weekend and there was 3 days I wanted to train, and it was actually my son's birthday after that third day. So, and I didn't want to train that day, so I made sure I trained on them 3 days to then have that fourth day off. And even though I was sleeping in a different sort of bed, I had a couple of nights where I didn't sleep great, but I still managed to wake up early and get those sessions in, because then I had the day to myself. But it's just getting and staying in those habits. So it's going really well so far. So yeah, check out this video of a chest and shoulder session, and then obviously on the next video we'll talk about a little bit more about diet and the changes I'm going to start making. Again, just keeping those habits as well as then improving each point and just getting it better and better each week in order to see more changes. I have not seen any changes this week on my I haven't seen any changes on my physique this week in terms of fat loss in any way, but I have felt already a little bit more sort of, my mind to muscle connections are coming, and I'm sort of feeling a better pump in the gym. So when I'm training, I'm getting a better connection to those muscles, which I wasn't 2 weeks ago when I first started just getting back into it. But it's the fact that I've kept training and kept going even when I felt like I didn't want to, which has made all the difference. So yeah, check out the next little workout session. Any comments below about how you want me to, if there's any subject in particular that you want me to talk about in the next video, or obviously the one after, I will try and get round to that. But enjoy this video, and obviously see you next week. So this being my second week back in training, I'm literally just doing enough to have a good pump but not hurt myself, which is really important after like a whole month off. As you might be able to tell, like, just going off my last video, like, I mean, this hoodie is baggy for me, and I'm not happy with how some of my clothes are fitting. So just to sort of get back into it is a really good feeling, and that's the main starting point, just to start getting, see those changes. And that's one thing I want to do, is fill up my clothes as well. So yeah, so I'm going to do 3 exercises on chest today, and this being one of them, on my first exercise as well, just to really get the blood in my chest and also to get a good stretch. So those are 35 kgs in each hand. I'm really quite impressed with that. I didn't think I'd be able to do that, if I'm honest. And I would say that this is one of the most important exercises for upper chest, and probably one of, like, sort of, I would say, the most important exercises to do all year round. Just make sure you always hit your incline dumbbell presses. So yeah, I'm really quite happy with that for a second week in. Yeah. More. So I'm only doing 8 to 10 reps this week, just to get back into the swing of it. And today I'm training chest and shoulders, so there's quite a lot going on, which I'm really happy about. And I'm definitely doing a little bit more because I've got my training partner Sanj with me today, recording this. And I mean, that makes a big difference to me, for how hard I push myself. So I highly recommend anyone to have a training partner, to use that training partner. But you know, obviously I'm going to make a conscious effort of making sure I do this now, whether I train on my own or not. So yeah, it makes a big difference. So this is my third and final exercise today in chest, onto shoulders. So we're on my favourite shoulders. One big thing, if I could turn back the time and if there was something that I could change years ago, the one thing I would do is I would have trained my rear delts more. So I now start with rear delts. I'll do another 1 or 2 exercises, then I'll finish with rear delts as well. But that is my biggest piece of advice to anyone who wants to really make a big change to their shoulders. So we're on this first exercise. We've got 3, potentially do 2 or 3 more on this shoulder session today. So since lockdown 1, getting back into training, my right shoulder's been a bit dodgy. So using machines like this at the moment is what I'll be doing for the next few weeks in order just to help that right shoulder get a bit more used to the movement again. But shoulder pressing is one of the most important things to obviously build mass. So I sometimes even start with shoulder press to try and get the heaviest sort of presses in a session, but very rarely, and definitely won't be doing that for a little while until I feel more recovered. But yeah, it's just good to be back in the gym and get going. So I'm really lucky with this being my local gym in Weymouth. I train at Tubebuddy, and there's all this amazing equipment. But this will be the same as side raises, just with dumbbells. So this is a great exercise to really try and gain that width on your shoulders. So this is again another little sort of must-do exercise every time I do shoulders. So 4 decent exercises, all hitting shoulders, hitting every angle, and that'll be me done for today. And I will just put in the description, obviously, what the names of these exercises are, just if you wanted to sort of follow it. Yeah, so good shoulder, chest and shoulder pump today, sort of getting ready for the heavier weight next week and the week after.